Today I'm going to show you an updo, and I am going to use my curling iron on the sides of my hair, so if you have one, then it'll be easier to do this hairstyle. If you don't have one, then it's fine, you can still do this hairstyle. So, let's get started. First off, I'm going to split my hair into two sections at the front, just in front of the ear, making sure I have enough hair to pin back, because that's what you're going to be doing in this hairstyle. So you get that bit. And I do recommend using a comb, just because it gives you a cleaner line when you're separating here. So I would recommend using one of them when you're splitting your hair. I used to not use combs at all, but recently I've just been using them a lot. So then you want to go and tie the back up that you've split off. You want to tie it in a relatively low, medium kind of ponytail. If you've got thick hair like mine, it takes a while to get in there. Then what you're going to want to do is, I usually clip these bits back and up out of the way. It's just a lot easier to get the rest of it done. So now what I do is, on this part, I get it and I twist it over my hand, and then my hand twists round to make like a twist. So if I show you that from the side, my hand twists round, and then I twist it back round like that. This just gives it a nice twist. I like the twirl, and I like the way it looks. And I secure this with a bobble, which slightly ruins the twist, but holds it a lot better than curly grips, especially if you've got thick hair. Lots of curvy grips you're going to have to put in, and it's just a lot easier with the bobble, especially how you're going to be clipping these back and you're not going to see it. So that's what I do. Then I unclip these bits. I have my heat-proof glove on for curling my hair, and I'm just going to split the bits that I'm going to curl, just so I get a general idea of the curls that I'm going to want. So generally into 4 bits. If some bits aren't curling or I want slightly tighter curls, I'll do slightly slimmer bits. The front there, that's 3, maybe 4. The underneath bit might need curling too. So first of all, I get this. I also have a bottle of water in the same bowl, so it's kind of confusing. But this is not my bottle of water that I usually use. It's heat-free spray, because if you have curly hair, I would definitely recommend using a heat spray on it. If you've got curly hair and it's short and you want it to grow, heat is certainly not going to do that. And if you've got frizzy hair, it's going to make it frizzy because it's going to burn the ends, and that's not what you want. So, take my curling iron, which is a bobbles curling wand, and I just curl that around. I usually hold for 20 to 30 seconds, 30 for the thicker pieces. This just allows them, because they're thicker, they take a longer amount of time to curl. I like not holding it for too long, so it doesn't go into a ringlet, but it goes into these waves, because these are going to be on the side of your hairstyle, so you're going to want that wavy effect tied back up in the back. Right, now I've done one side. It took me around about, I'd say 3 minutes. I hold it for 30 seconds for a thing. As you can see, it's very, very curly right now. If you don't want as many curls, you can pull, and that'll loosen them eventually. But these bits do need to be curly. I usually at this point get my comb again and smooth down this, because when I'm curling I get these little bumps on the top of my hair, which I don't like. Now what I use here is Full Mitchell Quick Slip, and I just get a little bit on my finger, rub it in between my fingers, and on the bits where I have certain curves I just push it down on them, on these bits, the places where I want my curves to stay. Just like that, dab it. The point of the Quick Slip is it's a styling cream and it just holds your curls in place. And you especially want to do it near the top, because again that's when they're going to be going back, and so you want to keep the curl because it's the main part of the hairstyle. Okay, now I've done both sides. I've got my curling iron on in the background just in case I want to recurl any bits. Again, I just brush down the top to avoid bumps. I'm just going to redo my what used to be a fringe, just because that is the main bit you're going to see when it's up. I just want to make sure that's really nice and curly. It doesn't take that long to curl your hair. It's actually a lot easier than straightening, because curling your hair you don't have to worry about the layers being too intact. You don't have to worry about the underneath puffing out, because you are puffing out something. Now, I get a curl. What I do is I wrap it round here, round the back, like that, as loosely as you can, because if it's looser then it'll be better to see the curl. That's the first one. Then I do a second one and I go the other way that I went the last time. And again I get a Kirby. And I just push it down into the bun. Down. Now I get one from this side. I make sure it's back enough at the top, but then loose enough round the back, because that'll form a swirl when you're done. It'll form a swirl of curl, like you're done. And then just the next bit. And just keep crossing them over. You can see I'm already getting some curls down this side. And down into the back. So it doesn't take long, especially if you've got really, really curly hair. I do when I get out of the shower, but the day after I have a shower, the curls, they loosen because of the weight of that my hair's been all day. Now these ones you want to make are even a bit looser, and if you do have nice layers down the front, you can leave 2 bits, but mine are a bit long at the moment. I need a hair trim, so this goes a bit looser. And then this bit, as I said, see how you get the wave. You want that bit to be particularly loose. Down into the bun. Okay. Now wrap round that. And pin. You will need enough curvy grits for this hairstyle. I have 250, but that is on eBay in pack. And lastly, making sure it's nice and loose. There. Now, if I turn around, the bun is messy. That is how it's meant to be. If you have any stains that are sticking out and looking silly, you can look in the mirror and check. But I really like the curls down the side and how it's crossed and twirled at the back. So it's quite simple, fairly quick. Not one of the quickest hairstyles, but if you have time and you feel like spending time in your hair, then I think it's really, really good.